Hey everybody, it's Thursday at 1 o'clock again. Time for another live mic, the weekly live stream of the Modeling with Mike channel. So nobody's here today, but hey, uh, I know somebody's going to show up. Uh, Today I have to limit it to 1 hour at the most. Again, if we don't have much conversation, I'm going to cut it off early. But 1 hour at the most, I got to go pick up a prescription at about 2 o'clock shortly after. So I got to limit it to an hour today. The topic for today is I want to hear your worst modeling horror stories. So when you come on, tell me your worst modeling horror stories. And nobody's on yet. It's been a minute 25. So let me tell you what's coming up in the channel. Tomorrow, I have a special unboxing video. Subscriber sent me a gift box of goodies, and I'm going to open it up, and you'll see it tomorrow, 8:30. And then that means Tuesday, we will have a video on the mental side of modeling, which should be interesting. And we have one person in here. Who is there? Anybody in the chat? No. Well, to that one person, the subject, at least for the start of today's live stream, David Rumford. Hi. Hi. So, David, the subject of today's chat is I want to hear your worst modeling nightmare story. So if you got a modeling nightmare story, let's hear it. And also, since we got people coming in, I want to remind you, today we're limiting it to an hour at the most. I have to go up to CVS and pick up a prescription at about 2 o'clock or shortly after. So I got to cut it off at 2. So, and if we don't have any chat going on, I'll cut it off short, just like I did last week. I have no problem doing that. So, yeah, tell me a story of your worst modeling nightmare. Your worst modeling nightmare. That's what I want to hear about. Anybody got stories? Oh no. I did it again. There we go. Anybody got any stories of modeling nightmares out there? Anybody? Somebody say something. Please. Brett Dunbar says, hey, Brett. Nice to see you. What's happening in your world? Your worst modeling nightmares, what we're talking about. I'll tell you all about mine to start things off. Last year, I got a 1/72nd scale Polycarpov I-16 model from A Model. And A Model is a limited run company. They do nothing but limited runs. And yeah, I got this thing out of the box, and it was 2 sprues worth of flash with some parts inside the flash. And this thing was a nightmare to put together. After I carved off the flash just to get the parts off the sprue, I had to carve off more flash to clean off the part. And half the parts, the fit was terrible. So, I mean, this thing was filled with putty and sprue goo. And I don't know how I did it, but I got it looking like a 172nd model plane. But it was a nightmare. So, tell me about your nightmares. Come on, guys. Let me hear it. If I don't hear anything from you other than, hey, we're going to cut this off early because I have things to do today. We have a conversation, then I'll cut it off at 2 because I have things to do. So I told you my horror story. Let me hear yours. Anybody got a good modeling horror story? Brett says, I try to stick with Tamiya brand. You won't have a horror story with those guys. I haven't seen a better produced kit yet, except for Bandai. Yeah, very little problems. Very little problems with Tamiya. I've never had a Tamiya kit that let me down. Tamiya and Bandai, probably the 2 best out there as far as when it comes to engineering, and I like tanks and armor. Yeah. A lot of people do. I spread my attention all around. By the way, here's Moosey. He's the star of the channel. He's keeping an eye outside on the parking lot. Anybody any horror stories? Come on. Let me hear you guys. Oh, Brett, you just recently came back to the hobby. Good. How you like it so far? You enjoying it? Because we not only need people coming back and coming into it, we need people staying in it. Yeah. Dropped my Fact Panzer yesterday. We have a horror story. Dropped my Fact Panzer yesterday and broke both cannons. So how are we going to correct that, Brett? How are we going to correct that, Brett? You gonna go aftermarket and replace them? You're gonna try to repair them or what? I rock on mostly. I rock Missouri. Very little minerals here. Yeah, already glued back together. Cool. Well, David, you got anything to say? It's all Brett and me so far. This is the way it's gonna be. Ah, you're from Colorado. My brother lives in Colorado. I think he lives in Southwest Colorado. Looks like he lives around the Utah border, I think, because he has a lot of red rocks and stuff around his place. And red rocks and canyons and stuff where he hikes with his dogs and stuff like that. Beautiful country. Got a fourth person in here. Just a reminder to you all, we're cutting it off at 2:00. And if it's just me and Brett holding on a conversation, I'll cut it off earlier. I have no problems doing that. You're from Denver. Denver and Fort Collins, Red Rocks all over by Denver too. Yeah. Where does Rick live? He lives in crap. I can't think of the place right now. But my oldest brother, Bob, he used to live in Fort Collins. He used to be chief engineer for Hewlett Packard. So he lived in Fort Collins, God, from 1979 to somewhere after 2000. He lived there about 20, 30 years. He used to send us pictures all the time, looking out his back window at the foothills. I was jealous as hell. Yeah, I know our HP plan is good pay. Yes. My brother, he not graduated, he retired not too long ago and moved to New Hampshire. Yeah. Anybody else got anything to say? I'm going to try to hang. If I don't hear from anybody else other than Brett, and it's just going to be me and Brett having a conversation, I'll hang on to this for a half hour and then I'll cut her off. They have Woodward Governor too. Yeah. So let's hear from somebody else other than Brett. Come on. I think you guys know how to, type and put words from the keyboard into your computer and whatever you're chatting on. So again, let me tell you what's coming up on the channel. Oh, we have another chat here. You may have more luck early evening if possible. Maybe some are at work. Yeah, but I can see that. But there are also some people that come on and all they say is hi. Then they'll just sit back and watch. I'm trying to get to, I might try that early evening on a Thursday, but That if I go early evening on a Thursday, all my viewers over in like the UK won't be able to join in because it'll be too late for them. And right now, according to YouTube analytics, the UK is my second largest source of viewers. So next to the US. Yeah, I might have to do that because 1 o'clock on a Thursday isn't working. It sure isn't working. I have still yet to get to double figures on people watching the live stream. So yeah, you may be right. You may be right. I might move it to 3 o'clock on a Thursday. Or maybe 4. If I go at 4 o'clock on a Thursday, a lot of people that have factory jobs get off at 3 or 3:30. They'll be home at 4 shortly after. I got kicked off Facebook, but maybe whoa. I got kicked off Facebook, but maybe some modeling groups be a good place to get word out. Yeah. Well, my viewers know. My viewers know that I'm here. I think what you first said was right. They're at work, a lot of them. But also, I pay a lot of attention to my analytics, and they say that my core audience is over 60, which means more than likely my core audience is retired. So I don't know. But Brett, I'm going to let you know we're coming up on 18 minutes on this live stream. I'm going to probably cut it off at half an hour. And then I'm going to look at moving the time. I'm going to look at it really, really closely after this week. So, that reminds me, speaking of times, I want to remind everybody, this is not only the two of you who are on watching live, but everybody who watches this afterward. The week of the 4th, I am shutting down operations. When I was in school, they called this kind of week an in-service day, where the teachers would go to their respective state conventions and stuff like that and learn about their craft. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the week off, learn about my craft, and get some strategies to improve the channel and improve my content, improve a lot about the channel. Probably going to take some time and change my avatar and banner on my channel homepage and plan out at least a few of my first videos back. So next week, I'm going to make double videos. So you're not going to go without videos for that week that I'm off. All right. There will be no breaks in videos. But there will not be a live stream the week of the 4th. That would be the 3rd of July. There will not be a live stream then. All right, so just a reminder of that. So, yeah. So we're down to one person, probably just you, Brett. Unless you left too. Yep. All right. Well, I mean, not much going on here, so didn't make it a half hour. But Brett, I'm gonna take your advice, and next week I'm gonna get the word out. Next week we're gonna move it to, I'll decide whether it's 3 or 4 and let everybody know in a post. But until then, we'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 for the gift unboxing. Research hottest time of day. Yeah. I'm going to do that. And remember, tomorrow, 8:30, I got that box in the mail from a subscriber with gifts. Elderly don't like hot. Yeah. That's why I do it inside. I mean, I could have done it outside today. It's sunny in mid-70s right now. Well, lower 70s actually outside. But usually I'm inside. But let me get this out. I got tomorrow, 8:30. I'm doing that unboxing video of that gift box my subscriber sent me. Tomorrow afternoon, I am filming the video on the mental side of modeling, which should be an interesting video. So that'll go public. Tuesday. And Brett, yes, 8 o'clock Eastern time. 8:30 Eastern time tomorrow morning. 8:30 Eastern. Thank you very much for clarifying that. So that's all I got. Yeah, Brett, every video on my channel goes public either Tuesday and Friday, every Tuesday and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So just remember that. And I'll let y'all know what time the live stream comes on next week. I'm going to move it because really this is, I'm thinking 1:30, 1 o'clock is a little early for me too. So yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. And I got to go up to, like I said, CVS, pick up a prescription. So I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time for the unboxing video. And with that being said, you know what we always say around here: never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, take care. We'll see you later. Bye.